Grocery shopping has changed so much in recent years. There are hundreds of new options and labels, and you know what? It can get confusing. That's why all year we're going aisle by aisle, showing you the best and the worst of the supermarket. Today, nutrition and wellness expert Peggy Kotsopoulos is here with the best and the worst of the dreaded middle aisles. Now, we've always been advising people. I was told, as soon as I began to learn about food, to stay away from the middle aisles. It's where all the unhealthy stuff is, but you say that has changed.
Right. Today we are breaking the #1 supermarket health rule. Everyone, it is totally okay to shop in the middle aisle. There's actually some really great finds in there, and let me explain why. Isn't that great?
Please, yeah.
Yeah, this is great news. So we've been taught to shop in the perimeter because that's where all the good stuff is, like the veggies, fruits, lean meats, dairy, but you can find some amazing things in here. As of now, actually, grocers are turning the perimeter on its head. Kroger's main and Vine concept is actually putting organic produce right in the middle. It's kind of like a farmer's market concept. Plus, manufacturers have gotten the memo to make healthier products. So there's a lot more healthier packaged foods, canned foods, jar foods, and it's a lot more affordable.
You know, I never leave this red line, but now I'm going to start taking a little detour and walking you through here, as you're saying, if it makes sense, because you can save money there, too.
There's such great finds.
Let's go shopping. Okay, we're going to start off with the best of the freezer aisle. Now, Lauren is here from the audience. How are you, Lauren?
Hi, how are you?
You say the freezer is the new bakery.
Right.
Why is that, Peggy?
So if you love your sweets, who loves like muffins for breakfast? A lot of people everyone loves it, right? So one of the best things you can find in the freezer is manna bread. So manna bread is a sprouted grain loaf bread, so it's naturally sweet. I want you guys to dig in and try it while I tell you why I love it. So this is it, yeah, just slice it up in the morning.
Go ahead.
I like to put some coconut oil on it. So it's a sprouted grain bread, almost tastes like a bran muffin, but it's easier for your body to digest, easier to assimilate the nutrients. It actually helps to break down some of the gluten, so you won't get that bloating and indigestion. But what do you guys think?
It's delicious.
Isn't it delicious?
It's sweet, it's grainy.
Yeah, so it's a great alternative instead of like having a pastry for breakfast, which we know not to do.
It's actually better than a pastry.
Delicious.
It's fuller.
It's like almost like cakey,
and it's chewy a little bit.
It is chewy. So it's the sprouted grains in there, so it's really great for you, really delicious. You like it?
It's delicious.
So you'll do this in the morning? Perfect.
Just mention the sprouted bread.
Also in the freezer section, sprouted sliced bread. So instead of doing toast in the morning, you can do a sprouted sliced bread. Again, use it, add some nut butter on it, add some apple butter, coconut oil, great for breakfast.
You may recognize it as Ezekiel bread, but you ought to try this. But this manna bread, I had not had this before. This is the die for.
This is delicious. Honestly, everyone, it's really sweet.
Why didn't you tell me about this earlier? What is wrong with you? You need to hold this as a secret.
We're doing the inside of the aisles today. That's why we're talking about it today.
Heaven from manna. Remember it that way.
It's great.
There's lots of good stuff in the freezer section. We're going to be doing a whole best and worst of the supermarket. We're going to dive into every section of those middle aisles. We'll even take the perimeter on. Okay, I hope you enjoy that. Don't eat mine. I'm coming back to get it.
We're coming back for it.
We're going on to the pasta aisle. Lynn is here from the audience.
How
So how often do you shop in the pasta aisle?
Every time I'm out shopping. I'm Italian, we eat a lot of pasta.
Yeah, how could you give up? It's impossible. So, Peggy, what's your advice here?
Okay, so there's so many healthy alternatives when it comes to pasta. But my favorite, what's actually delicious, everyone loves it who tries it, is chickpea pasta. So I want you to dig in.
This is it?
This is made out of chickpea. So instead of using like a traditional wheat flour, it uses chickpea flour. So it's high in protein, high in fiber, but it's so good. So this is great for all you pasta lovers out there. So what do you think?
It's good. It's not the exact texture of semolina pasta.
No, it's not. Let
me ask the Italian here. She likes
But it's better for you.
I think it's delicious.
Right.
It's good. It's just different.
It is.
It's different.
It's chickpea, right? So it's going to be higher in fiber, higher in protein. It's naturally gluten-free, but it's a great alternative, a healthy alternative.
I think it's worth it.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's not manna bread, to be clear, which is just out of this world, but this is good. Would you prepare this at home?
Yeah, I would eat this at home.
You're not just being polite to Peggy?
No. I love chickpeas and everything, so I mean, if it's in a pasta, it's very delicious.
Some people add chickpeas to their pasta, right? So it's a great way. Yeah.
Let's move on to the canned and jarred aisle. Crystal from the audience is here. So what would it mean to you if you could happily stroll down the canned food aisle and not feel guilty about, leaving the perimeter?
I don't normally shop in the canned food aisle. That's something like I guess my mom did. I try to eat healthier these days. So, I mean, if it's cost-saving measures and it's healthy, I'm okay with that.
So I'm giving you permission right now. You can eat in the aisle section, the aisles that have canned foods, and these products have changed dramatically. And there's all kinds of reasons that you can. They think it's smart.
You can.
Clever ideas that I'm hearing from other folks. So what do you look for as an expert?
So one of the best things that I love in the canned food aisle is canned pumpkin. So canned pumpkin puree. So this is so great. Here, why don't you put a dollop in your steel cut oats? Dr. Oz, I know you love Greek yogurt.
I do.
Add some to your Greek yogurt, mix it in, and it's really delicious. So what you can do, it's beyond pumpkin pie. We only buy this for pumpkin pie, right? But there's so many things you can do to it. You can add it to your smoothie. It's high in fiber. It's low in fat, low in calorie. 1 cup is only 80 calories. So it's good to ward off that winter weight gain. But I make a delicious chocolate mousse using pumpkin puree. And it's only very, very few ingredients. You can find the recipe on the Dr. Oz website.
Thank you for making it for it tastes savory, which I sort of like with yogurt. How's it with the oatmeal?
It tastes good. It gives it more body and flavor.
Yeah, and you can add some cinnamon to it. So you can even eat it right out of the can with some cinnamon as a snack if you wanted to add a little bit of maple syrup. But just adding it to your oats, you can throw into smoothies. It's delicious. And so this is a great find that you can use beyond pumpkin pie.
The canned food that I'm most in love with now is canned salmon.
Okay, so moving on to that. So we know we need our omega-3s. You tell us all the time, and wild Alaskan salmon can be really, really expensive. But you can actually get the same quality, good quality salmon from a can. So you want to look for a wild salmon. You want to make sure it's sustainable and in BPA-free packaging. You can even get them in BPA-free pouches as well. But you want to make sure that's a good quality and that you're getting all the omega-3s, so you're not compromising on any of the nutrients.
Sometimes it's actually better than the salmon you buy in the store because it's wild salmon, as you pointed out.
Yes, it's wild salmon.
It's not farm raised because they can afford to just package it up where they catch it.
Yeah.
It's not, they avoid all the shipping costs.
Exactly. So it's going to be cheaper. It's going to be more affordable for a family, definitely.
Last question, for a lot of moms especially, there's kids all over the country are worried about nut allergies, so the parents are getting notes from the school saying don't bring nuts to the school.
Right.
You have a cheat
So I have
for
a
us.
solution. So for those of you who get the notice that you can't send peanut butter and jam sandwiches, I have your new best friend is sunflower seed butter. So sunflower seed butter is a seed, not a nut, so it's naturally it's not typically allergen. It's typically allergen free. Plus, it's delicious. I want you to dig in and try it. Like, just taste it for yourself. It's great with jam. It's great with apple butter. It makes great sandwiches on an apple on its own. High in protein. Good source of vitamin E, zinc, iron. But isn't it delicious? Isn't this something that you would eat?
This with the manna bread back there?
Delicious, right?
That's what I'm going to do when we go to break.
Yeah,
so listen, anyway,
delicious.
don't worry if you missed something on the list because all these ideas were fantastic. I'm putting the best and the worst of the middle aisle on DrOz.com. It's going to be on the Dr. Oz app as well. Join the big group of folks who are getting all their information where it's trustworthy. We'll be right back.